Hey there, friends. Is the professional development you take important? What if it was? What would that professional development look like? And what would you be learning? Today we're going to talk about professional development, but first, I've got something really awesome to show you. Take a look at this video clip. How about that? Huh? What do you think? That's going to be my new intro sequence. I'm going to change it up every now and then, but just something to add a little pizzazz and a little bit more feel of what our school is like. I am Richard Royster, Associate Principal here of Lafayette High School, where we emphasize excellence in academics, the arts, and athletics every single day. If you are a returning visitor or if you are new here, won't you consider please clicking that subscribe button? I really appreciate it. Feel free to leave any comments in the comment box down below. Today's topic is the importance of professional development. No matter what profession you're in, you probably have to do professional development from time to time. I know it is something we have to do in education a lot. In the state of Kentucky, we have to do 24 hours of professional development every single year. Let's make the most of that time. Before we jump right in, I am interested in your point of view. Go ahead and leave information about the absolute best professional development you've ever had in the comments section down below. I would love to hear people from all different professions about what they thought made that professional development experience valuable. There's one goal in every professional development experience, and that is change. Change is hard, especially when you've been in the profession for a long time. You've got a lot of things ironed out. And you might change, but maybe you're not going to change a lot. So change comes tough, even with intensive professional development. There are three things I think that are necessary for professional development to be valuable: inspiration, reflection, and best practice. And I want to tell you about a recent professional development experience I had in Miami, where I really kind of got to go to Miami very last minute notice, 48 hours notice in advance, where I got to go to the Impact-Driven Teaching Congress in Miami, Florida, and it was a fabulous experience. I'm looking forward to sharing that with you. But I do want to emphasize 3 points, again, about professional development: inspiration, reflection, and best practice. Are you getting that from the professional development you attend? Try to pick those that do, and I think you're going to get more benefit out of it. But let me tell you about my professional development in Florida. This is how the story begins. The story of how I got out of my comfort zone and went to Miami to meet some colleagues who are also active in the digital space. It all started with a surprise email. I was really surprised. I was nominated for an award as an on-the-rise digital influencer by the company Genius Plaza. Genius Plaza is a company that has as its mission to bring quality education to students around the world, especially those who are underserved. I really hadn't expected this at all, and I certainly hadn't applied myself, so it looks like I was going to be going to the Impact-Driven Teaching Conference in Miami. And I just want to thank CJ Reynolds, I'll mention a little bit more about him later, who nominated me for this award. I made my travel arrangements in less than 48 hours and hopped a plane out of Lexington to Miami. Everything was such a blur of activity, and it didn't really start settling down until I got on the flight. You know the flight, no internet, no distractions, you're just sitting there, there's nothing to do. So it was a little bit ironic, I guess, that I was heading to a conference about digital influencers in education, but it was really the quiet, unconnected time on the plane that got me thinking really clearly about what I was headed to. And you know what? I absolutely love these cookies from Delta. When I landed in Miami, I wanted to document my initial thoughts. So I decided to go do a walking vlog in the airport. If you want to feel self-conscious, try doing a vlog in public. I am far away from home in Miami. You know, 48 hours ago, I received a choice, an option to come to Miami, to come to the Impact-Driven Teaching Conference. Nobody here I know. I'm going to be interacting with a lot of people who hopefully we have some of the same goals, and hopefully we'll learn something from one another. If you don't do anything different, than you've done in the past, there's not going to be any change. And I'm looking forward to meeting some folks, some that I've interacted with online. So that's going to be pretty exciting. Surprisingly enough, when I got to the airport and I was waiting for the pickup ride to the hotel, I actually ran into CJ. He was looking for his ride too. So I got to meet my online buddy, CJ Reynolds from Real Rap with Reynolds. I'll tell a little bit more about his YouTube channel a little bit later. And again, just a shout out to CJ and thanks for nominating me. So we drove into Miami Beach and the weather was fantastic. One of the things about Miami, that's for sure, there's always street life at all times of the day. Got to the hotel and I was really kind of blown away. The company set us up at this conference hotel and they really just did not spare any expense. It was absolutely a beautiful setting. I can't thank Genius Plaza enough for the arrangements that they helped make. So after I got settled in, I got my stuff down, there was an opening reception. Here we are at the reception. You know, this is just not my strength, going into an unstructured setting like this and meeting people, but it was really great because I knew that all of these people had something in common with me. We were all active in the digital space, and so it was just fantastic to start meeting some of these people. Loved the fajito and taco bar. What a great meal to start us off. They fed us wonderful, and I'm telling you what, if you are going to professional development and they've provided good food, that is an awesome sign. So I really got to meet some big players in the digital teaching space right off the bat. Here we are, left to right. That is LaTanya. She has a YouTube channel called Smarty Style. It is geared toward late elementary, and she's actually moving to middle school in the coming year, and she really emphasizes lifestyle and teaching style. In the middle is Bridget. Her YouTube channel is called The Lettered Classroom. I believe she's a 4th grade teacher out of Pennsylvania. And of course on the right is CJ. So it was really just wonderful because they had all met before in person. So they got to catch up and talk shop, and I got to listen in on that and participate in conversations with them. First night, straight away, it was absolutely one of those things when you're going to professional development and you're meeting people who are truly successful in the area, it provides inspiration. You're learning best practice and you get a chance to reflect on your own practice. And that's the kind of thing that makes professional development fantastic. So next morning, Saturday, was going to be a big day. Started off with a sunrise on the beach. Went out and checked out the beach. Had to check out the morning yoga. The organizers scheduled morning yoga for us, for those who wanted to come. And that is just a wonderful way to start your day, folks. Nothing intensive, just kind of loosening up. And again, they fed us fantastic. The food just kept coming all day long. The morning, just a really hearty breakfast, followed up a couple of hours later with some gourmet donuts. God, these things were absolutely amazing. Go into a professional development that provides hearty food and breaks. It is just a wonderful experience. Our keynote speaker was Kim Bearden, who is a teacher at the Ron Clark Academy in Atlanta. Ron Clark, you may have noticed, was just recently on Survivor, and they started this school together. It is sort of an experimental school, a learning school where teachers can visit and learn some really dramatic instructional techniques. And she told her story about how she got to where she was, and just an engaging story. It is inspirational, again, to hear people who have gone through so much in their life and have achieved great, really dramatic great things is a wonderful experience to be a part of. And that leads to great professional development, to meet these people and to hear their story. Her book, which we received a copy of, that she has out most recently, is Talk to Me, and I have started to dive in that book. A book about engaging in conversation with people and getting people to listen. So it's a great book, and I'm only part the way in it right now, but I hope to do a video on the book later. Can't recommend it enough. Great book. The first session of the day, the breakout session, was with Real Rap with Reynolds CJ and Cool Cat teacher Vicki Davis. Vicki Davis has been digitally active for over 10 years, an early mover and shaker in the digital space. She has a podcast called 10-Minute Teacher. If you are someone who likes to listen to podcasts, I strongly recommend 10-Minute Teacher, which is a great podcast. I've listened to a whole bunch of them myself. She also has an email newsletter that goes out to thousands of teachers, and she has really honed her craft a great deal over many years. and we learned a lot from both of these people. CJ has a channel called Real Rap with Reynolds. I'm particularly fond of the Sunday night teacher talk. So if you're one of those people that gets the Sunday night scaries, maybe take a break and check out this discussion, question and answer. You ask questions, he answers, and people participate in the chat by typing text responses. It's really an awesome time. Every Sunday night, 5 p.m., check out his channel. You will enjoy it, I guarantee. The next breakout session we had was led by these three really wonderful people. I've watched all their channels. LaTanya on the left with her channel Smarty Style. Michelle in the middle with Pocketful of Primary. She has been hugely active in the YouTube space. And Megan on the right, Too Cool for Middle School, also a wonderful, wonderful channel. Thousands of subscribers on her channel. Michelle in the middle has well over 100,000 subscribers, extremely influential in the digital space. You can just learn so much from the experience of other teachers, no matter what the grade level. I've often learned a lot from elementary and middle school teachers. Later in the day, we took a break and we got to play some beach games. You can see my team is the one with the dark blue flag. We called ourselves Blue Bones. Surprisingly enough, even though we were absolutely terrible at cornhole, we won. We won the whole event, so it was really exciting to win. And the gentleman there to my right, Tom Ritchie, has a hugely successful YouTube channel featuring content on AP US history and AP European history. Fantastic material there that he has honed over years of time. Recommend you check that out if you're interested in that secondary option. If you're a secondary teacher looking to do a content level video, you can use his stuff as just see what he's done. It's tremendous inspiration to see how he's done it. Wow, look at how they've treated us. They've treated us so well. This was dinner that evening. Just starting off with appetizers, but the place setting here was fantastic. Loved the food. They fed us extremely well all weekend long. It was, I can't say enough. We got to learn about the Miami-Dade County Public Schools, which are being very successful. One of the top performing major metropolitan areas in the country. And so just check out this inspirational video, kind of more of a promotional video about the success of the Miami-Dade County Public Schools. Here's a little snippet of it.
Feel so royal. 1 second, I'ma strike for you. Diamond, platinum, no more for you. That adrenaline, never giving in. Giving up's not an option, gotta get it in. Witness, I got the heart of 20 men. No fear, go to sleep in the lion's den. That glow, that spark, that crown. You're looking at the king of the jungle now. Stronger than ever, can't hold me down. 100 miles gunning from the picture.
One of the most inspirational moments of the entire conference was listening to Superintendent Carvalho. He is the superintendent of Miami-Dade County Public Schools, and his personal story is really just stunning. And it really puts into perspective so many things that are going on in our society today. So I've drawn some snippets from that. Let's check out Superintendent Carvalho.
I belong behind that curtain where people wash dishes and carry dishes and cook meals and chop tomatoes and dice potatoes. You see, what I'm trying to tell you is that my father and mother both have no more than third grade education. He was a custodian, she was a seamstress. Had kids, lots of kids actually, 6 kids, I was one of them. 2 of them died prematurely, probably of curable diseases in this country. We grew up in a 1-room apartment, no running water or electricity. A curtain separated mom and dad from us. I knew in my home country, since we had no power, influence, or money, college was not only a guarantee, it was not even a possibility. So I decided to do what many immigrants who come to this country do. You work hard enough to buy your way in, however it is, by plane, by boat, crossing the border on foot, risking it all, and then overstay your visa. So you're looking at an illegal alien. You know that guy that you often hear about on Fox News Network, MSNBC, or CNN? The illegal alien, the unaccompanied minor, that's me. I laugh and smile, I tear up and cry, and I bleed like everybody else, but that's me, unaccompanied minor. That's how I got here. My first job was in Manhattan, scrubbing pots and pans in kitchens illegally. After many months, I came to South Florida. Believe it or not, at one point, experiencing incredible hardship, I lived under the bridge, homeless in America, blocks away from the office where today I serve as superintendent of the fourth largest school system in America.
Well, you may be wondering, as I was nominated for the On the Rise Award, I was also in really heavy competition with Maylene, who I believe is in Tennessee, and again, LaTanya, who is so active in the digital space and has been really active for about 2 years. Honestly, it wasn't a competition. LaTanya is amazing, and she won the On the Rise Award. Congratulations to LaTanya. Check out her channel as well. There were other nominees for other categories as well. I am going to put those up as we just close out this video. Check out these channels if these are things that you are interested in. Thank you so much, guys, for listening to me rant on about professional development. I strongly urge you, when you pick professional development, pick those professional developments that you need. Don't just use it as a checkbox to get it done. There is so much that you can benefit from if you devote yourself to quality professional development that you find inspirational, that gives you a chance to reflect and teaches you best practice. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Please share this video with your buddies. We will see you in the next one.